I sent you guys turn together, wife. I don't see the invite to it. Oh, a half hour ago. Okay. I didn't realize it didn't have a notification for it. I'm sorry. Anyway, no, not Wizard 101. I want Discord. All right, now you're all live.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
So my friend in Oklahoma got a big warning. They're supposed to have some big snow thing come through that might drop 8 to 10, 12 inches on Oklahoma City, which is unusual for Oklahoma City.
All right, I'm hitting next. Oh, well, I tried to. I'm hitting next.
I'm hitting X. I'm there.
Oh.
It's just frigidly cold here.
The research lab is quiet and still, as if it has
Search for
remained
desert star
undisturbed for
gemstone.
centuries.
Your mom's Foogie is not showing up for me for some reason.
Nope. Same for me.
Oh, is it because I'm not in Twitch yet? I'm not in Twitch
No,
yet.
no,
on
no,
my
no, no.
phone.
Fugi is a Discord-related thing. You would need to go
yeah,
to the
it
link.
uses Discord.
You would need to go to the browser link and activate it. It's probably not active on your end because of updates. I'm waiting on you for the
Yeah.
combat stuff.
Okay, well, I can't do the Fugi and the combat.
Oh,
You can do the Foogie on your phone.
I can't because I've got other things on my phone right now I'm dealing with. I hadn't gotten into Twitch yet.
you don't.
Also, hi, chat on my side.
You don't need to be.
I was just saying, like,
I'm ready to go in
can-
whenever you are. I'm ready to go in with you are. I'll deal with the Fugi after we're done with the combat.
You don't need it. You know.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in Twitch to do anything with the Fugi, Mom. It's its own thing. It's separate from Twitch. Just letting you know.
Yeah,
That.
but I can't toggle over to Discord when you're running into a combat. That's why I dropped back over.
Okay. I just was. I want to make
If
sure
you
you.
wanted me to do the Fugi, then you shouldn't have run into combat. So.
I didn't. The dialogue popped up and the monster suddenly appeared.
I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I couldn't see it because I was trying to go over Twitch and I don't know what to do in Discord. I mean, how do I activate my Fugi?
There's a link you got to go to.
Just a moment.
Yeah, it's called Foogie Tech. I don't remember the full URL, but I know it's Foogie Tech.
In my browser or in Discord?
In your
In
browser.
your browser.
In your browser.
In your browser, it's just going to connect to your Discord.
Okay.
It's
FUGU Tech.
FUGI dot tech. You can put into Google and it should pop up.
Is it dot tech? I don't remember.
Yeah, I just.
I got it. Okay, so I'm there. So now what?
It go through.
It should ask you to log in through Discord.
You don't need to open up Discord. It's just gonna. It'll do everything.
Yeah,
you follow
it just
prompts.
wants to basically verify.
It's not doing anything. It's just showing the Fugi Tech. I make tools for streamers, Discord reactive images.
Let me see. I can pull it up on
Again,
my
Mom's doing it
computer.
by her phone, not her computer, so I don't know how it works.
No, I am doing it on my computer.
Okay.
Here, I'll send
Do it on my phone because I got too many things running on my phone right now. I don't want to mess with.
What?
I'll send the link that I use in Public Square, so maybe you can click that and it'll take you. Oh, usually Googling it works. Oh.
Okay, I didn't
yeah.
do reactive. I just did Fugi.tech. That's all you guys told me. That's what I typed.
That's why I was saying I don't know the URL very well.
That's fair. I didn't know it was called reactive dot.
Reactive.fugi.tech something.
Honestly, it might have been part of. They had a really big update last year, so.
It wants to access
Discord,
not-
yes.
Yeah, it just uses Discord to do your little image.
I had to scroll down enough for it to authorize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does the thing that a lot of tech companies do, which is make you supposedly read the text by scrolling down.
Okay. There's the spell. Okay, I don't know. When do I know whether it's doing it or there's the Discord reactive? Okay.
It should pop up on our end if it's working.
Mama Zealot, I clicked set active on Mama Zealot's
Okay,
picture.
well, we'll just give it a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Fugi had an update, and so it's been kind of weird for both of us, so...
Okay.
Yeah, I had an issue last week where it just wouldn't work. So it's not you.
Oh.
Well, the little guy's dead already because he didn't have a lot of HP, but...
I didn't even see the little guy.
Jesus.
You took him out so fast while I was dealing with the Fugi touch stuff. I didn't even see the little guy. I've only been shooting at the big person.
He didn't even have 1,000 HP. That's why, like I said, it went by really quickly. Oh.
Passing, I don't have anything I can do at the moment.
That's fair.
Did it show up?
No, but we've been having issues with Fugi.
Oh, wait. Am I supposed to click the add model?
Oh, is it an empty box for you? It doesn't have the little Mama Zealot thing that Ducky did?
It has Mama Zealot set active or my picture set active. I click the Mama Zealot one, and then it says add model.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Now it's another screen where it's speaking and active, muted, deafened.
Yeah, that's where you put the picture.
You should just be able to hit OK.
Yeah, but it's not showing the pictures there now.
Oh. Okay, we might have to check this off stream.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like you might have to re-upload it.
I'm just going to close it and not worry about my Fugi tonight.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
That's fine, Mom. We like having it on there so that people know when you're talking. Because, like, when it goes to the VOD, like, up on YouTube later in the night, it then at least syncs up your voice with the little thing jumping, you know?
Well, folks, if there's a voice and there's no image, it's me.
I mean, yes, but, you know, not everyone understands that.
I know, but I don't know what to do it, so...
I know, Mom.
We'll
We'll probably have to, like, after stream's over, have you open up, like, a screen share so I can see what's going on the actual thing, and we'll just have to, like, slow walk that.
Ryder. No.
Reactive can see the voice channel you're in and you're ready to go. So do I click? It says the active model is my Fugi. So what do I do to actually use it?
There should be in this...
usually it's just the set active button.
Yeah, it may be like grayed out or white, and you may have to click it. Usually that's enough.
It's got the white is on my own picture, and if I click that, then it changes it to the Fugi, and then there's nothing. It's
okay, well,
there.
I mean, you clicked on one and went back to the other white, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so like you've done everything I can think of immediately. My only thought is that like Fugi has gotten rid of the ability to do grouping, and it's really shitty because it was used to be very easy to like do calls with multiple people, but like I don't know, something with Discord and something with Fugi just being complicated.
I wonder, does Discord make Fugi pay them to be able to have their stuff there?
No, it's made by someone who doesn't pay anything.
Yeah, it's like an independent developer.
Yeah, I could see Discord going, "Oh, you want to be able to use your little icons in our product? Pay us."
I mean, they could. Oh, hey, I might need to add Mom to... Well, that's stupid. Do I have to add Mom to that group? Huh.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I had to add Mom to my grouping. I don't know about you, Duck.
Oh,
So will that put me in there now?
Yeah, it's on my stream now.
Okay.
And
So
you're
I can
bouncing
close
on
this.
like you should be. I have a legacy group that I keep operating, but if the
see, my legacy group stopped working.
yeah, I rebuilt mine. Hi, Shaman. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're having a good night, sir.
Hi, Shaman. Looking forward to seeing you in a week or so.
Yeah.
Is it Friday
It is.
yet?
Yeah, it is not. It's definitely not Friday.
No, unfortunately, I got 2 more days. I can't have it be Friday yet. I've still got too much stuff to prepare for the convention. I need those 2 nights or one night because I'm going to the gaming group tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I was up until 1 a.m. getting the program ready so I could email it to the printer this morning. And then our web admin sent me the file for the fill board, and it wasn't sorted at all like it should have been sorted. So I spent 2 hours this afternoon fixing that. So I've got it done now. Because he's not feeling well today. He's sick today, he said. And I said, well, I'll just try to work on it. And I told him I got it done. Let's see. Ooh, Primal Oni coming up. Yeah. And I've got most of the badges ready to print. And the sign-up sheets to print. I've got a bunch of printing to do, but I'm not going to do it until it's closer when we're going to be doing cutting and stuff like that. I printed the cheat sheets and that was about it.
Hi, boy.
I had to take Peachy to the vet yesterday to get a shot for his sinuses because he was so congested he could barely breathe, and he had mucus coming out of his snot, his nose, and his eyes.
Oh goodness.
He's sleeping here on the couch next to me. He's feeling a little bit better, but he's still kind of hacking. They said it'd take a couple of days for it. It was either get pills to give him or have them give him a shot. So I wrestled him into the crate and took him to the vet yesterday to give him a shot.
Ryder.
Told Zealot that last night when Zealot called me on his way home, I think.
Nice, boy. What are you doing?
What's going on?
He's just being rude.
Come here, Ellie. Somebody chasing you? No, okay. Come here, Ellie. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. She's such a cuddle bug. Oh, you're needing healing, so I have a dryad. Yeah, baby. She likes to sit on I've been, doing the reclining. And so the pillow I'm reclining against is on top of my
Good
other
job,
pillow.
boy.
She likes to sit on that corner of that pillow and curl up with her paws on my shoulder and sleep there.
Good job, boy.
What do you do?
I moved the litter box to the corner, and every time he pisses in it instead of on the wall, I go, "Good job, boy."
Ah,
I put I put a chair in the full corner itself, and then I put the litter box next to that chair, so it's super hard for him to get into the corner to piss. He's looked at the wall a couple times,
so
but
hasn't hit the wall yet?
he has not hit the wall. He has threatened it a couple times, but he has not hit the wall since I've done that. We're going on.
Well,
we're going
so
on 2
far,
weeks.
we're going on 2 months that Mr. Brody hasn't peed inappropriately anywhere that I can find or smell, which means he probably hasn't because usually I can smell it. Definitely not my bed, not the door in my bedroom. And and he's been making sure I see him do it in the box and back.
I actually feel relieved. All these years I've stayed here. Maybe I should get out a little more. Yes, that sounds nice.
All right, I collected. I think you have to collect. Oh, there we go.
Ryder, what are you doing?
Did you get the gem?
Getting it right now.
Ryder, it's literally just ketchup on the plate, Bubba.
Trying to get it. There it
The
goes.
desert star is cool to the
But
touch,
Mom,
but it radiates
Mom, the ketchup.
comforting warmth. Despite its size,
I could
the
eat it.
gemstone fits easily in your backpack.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rinse the ketchup off in the fucking sink because you're being a doofus.
Okay, so now craft Xander's legendary staff and
I
arcane.
chickened out this year, but next year I'm gonna try and run an event. That, to be fair, like I
Oh wait,
definitely
there's
I definitely should not have run long shot last year. I did not enjoy running long shot.
you
So
didn't.
no, I absolutely hated it. I think it's because I
Why?
didn't want to actually run it, and I felt pressured to do so. So, I think
By
when it
me?
comes,
I'm sorry.
I think when it comes to running something, I need to actually run something I want to do, and
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
so like I don't know if I want to run something. You know, like I guess we're going to the
Well,
whole.
it's too late this year, so you'll have to wait till next year.
I mean, that's I was responding to Shaman Mom.
Oh, I didn't
I
see his
know
stuff.
it's too late this year. I know that.
Hmm. What?
I wasn't talking to you, Duck.
What? I want to know what is talking about. What?
Shaman was
Running
talking.
games that
Yeah, and I was saying like Shaman was like
Oh.
Shaman said they chickened out on running this year, and I was like, I understand that. Like I made the mistake of running when I shouldn't have run a game I didn't want to run, and when I want to run something I actually have a passion for, I think I'll enjoy it. But I just couldn't. Like we had a lot going on.
Somebody's running
And I-
terraforming Mars this year, but what?
I had a lot going on with like the duck getting sick shortly after New Year started. That like I didn't even pre-register. Like I told Mom that earlier this week. I just spaced on it entirely.
You
Like
both registered. You both are registered.
I know, but I didn't pre-register for anything. Can you stop contradicting what I said when it's not wrong? It's weird to do that. I don't.
The desert
We didn't pre-register for any
star.
events.
I'm
I didn't
glad
sign
you
up to
were
play
able
any
to
games
find
because
it.
I didn't think
Kismet
about
will be
it.
glad too.
Like,
Isn't it great
the
when
duck
we
got
work
COVID.
together to everyone's benefit?
I don't
like-
know where I'm supposed to craft this staff.
Look,
I went back to Ignis, and I assume we're going back to
what
the
we've
stupid.
discovered. Meantime,
Did you talk to
I
Ignis
promised to
and
get
Baba
the
Yaga
desert
already?
star to Kismet, so she might
No,
see
where
it
were
restored
they?
to Mirage.
Well, I'm following the quest, the Desert Star
I-
quest. You must have accidentally wound up back on doing Legendary Tomfoolery. You should be doing the Desert
I
Star
did,
quest.
yes. I accidentally got back on that, so I have no idea. Trial by Dragon's Fire, is that the one we're doing?
No,
Or Desert
Desert
Star.
Star.
There we go.
We just picked up the gem,
Okay,
remember?
all right. Sorry. I thought that was, I was like, I assumed it was still the same quest. I'm like, why is it not showing me an arrow? I was confused.
Yeah, I don't know. The Legendary Tomfoolery thing is the craft artifact item here in Arcanum, but we're doing the Desert Star quest for the teachers here. I like a couple of different novelty ideas I've been having is basically if the person who runs Kingmaker doesn't run Kingmaker in the near future or loses interest in it, I know Arbiter and I have talked about maybe asking if he would pass us the stuff to run in his place if it's more like he doesn't want to run it at some point, but we
Well,
still
he is going to be there here. He is here.
Okay, cool.
And he is running it. I
But
believe.
also maybe like in the future, like I think there's a way to do like a Game of Thrones inspired version of Kingmaker, and I know there's materials out there for it. It's just it's a passion, but it's also like actually doing it. That's been my biggest hurdle is actually finishing it, because I want to put some time between the TV show that was awful and the world that has a lot of things in common with the War of the Roses.
Have you
because-
seen the new Netflix show they're talking about? The Legend of the Knight, or it's something. It's about a.
Oh, the
some-
Hedge Knight? Yeah, it's about... So, the Hedge Knight is about the guardian, bodyguard knight of the king before the Mad King in Game of Thrones. So, it's the guardian of the last competent Targaryen on the throne. But it's the adventures of the Hedge Knight himself, and when the future king was a minor, and he was basically doing squire duties. So it's
Yeah, and there's like a bald-headed little girl that's riding with him, like his squire.
that's the future king.
Oh, is that a boy? Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
yeah,
that.
it's meant to be a boy. Go to the cave.
It probably is. I just didn't know. I'm still trying to get to where I need to go. I gotta go talk to Baba Yaga. I'm on my way there.
Okay, I'm moving on to the next part of that quest, which is back to Polaris. So, when you're done
I'll
talking to
teleport.
Baba Yaga and stuff, and it tells you to go to Forlorn Tide, you can just teleport to me. I'll wait for you there.
Okay. Ooh, I got 3 Wings of Fate cards.
Nice.
Wait a minute. Is that
Ryder,
me?
you gotta sit if you're
Yeah,
sitting.
it's Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I think, is the show. It sounds more interesting than the other spinoff, yeah.
Yeah. Seven. I didn't think it was seven nights, or is
No,
it Seven Kingdoms?
it's Seven Kingdoms, because the,
Seven Kingdoms. Okay.
well, Six Kingdoms? Night of Six Kingdoms? Because, I don't fucking know.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Hi, boy.
Okay. Talk to
Bye.
Tyler Hatfield. I gotta go to the Hall of Thaumaturgy now. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get to Forlorn Tide, so by the time you're done doing that, you should at least be able to teleport to me to safety, even if I'm not there fully. Oh.
Oh.
Does the arrow follow the stupid road out here? The road is actually dangerous. That's hilarious. Oh, no. Okay. It didn't actually. It's nice. Okay. Whenever you have to go to the Cave of the Broken Land, you can teleport to me, Mom.
I will as soon as I'm done talking to all these people and
I know,
I'm
I
reading
know.
what it's saying.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
Now it says to go to the Cave of Broken Land and Forlorn Tile.
Yeah, you can teleport to me now.
Okay. Tog kind of reminds me of the Dragon Age Tigers.
We
you
just
know?
finished watching the Percy
Oh.
Jackson season 2 finale.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that it's not terrible.
Isn't that a kids series? Like with weird
It's a
gods
general
and stuff.
series, but yeah,
Yeah.
they've made movies out of it and stuff.
I remember the
Yeah.
movie.
Well,
a long time
He's
ago.
talking. He's not talking about the movies.
I know. I said I
Oh.
remember there was a movie that came out for a really long time ago. That's what I said.
Yeah, Disney has been making a series, a live action series.
Mm.
Oh, you're going in. There we go.
I don't know anything about it. I just saw it because of High School Musical's 20th anniversary. They posted like screenshots for whatever reason of like one. I don't know. One of them was from Percy Jackson, basically doing a pose that matched with something from High School Musical. But yeah.
Riordan got to help with the script, as in the guy who did the first Star Wars movie or the second Star Wars movie.
No, Riordan's the author of the Percy Jackson book series.
Oh, okay. I remember. I know there's a
Rick Riordan
director.
is- and he's actually the author of Percy Jackson and all those series, and now he's actually made a imprint that he publishes other fantasy worlds for other authors who need a good a leg up. So I've been buying a lot of the Rick Riordan presents these different like Chinese or Indian mythology type books that are series written by other people.
Mm.
Well, Arbiter was telling me about that Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa has done a movie together that I'll want to see when it comes out or when it comes out on DVD. And I saw Jason Statham's got a new one called Shelter that looks really similar to his Beekeeper one that I liked. I'm attacking the key since it's the lesser hit points.
Yeah, it's good to know that there's authors out there that, like you said, are not Scrooge McDucking it.
Actually, it's the same thing with Patterson. I used to make fun because Patterson has like 4 or 5 books a month come out. But I read an interview or saw an interview, I don't remember which, where the only books he personally makes money off of are the ones that are just his name. All of the co-authored books, the royalties that would come to him, he puts in his health foundation. He's got some sort of medical foundation he funds.
Oh, okay. So he just basically has the funds go there. Okay.
Yeah, all the royalties from the joint author books go there. That at least justifies the 6, 7 books a month, including all the kids'
Right.
series.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're getting hit with volcano stuff. Yep. Okay.
That's the Rain of Fire spell, like the 9th level fire spell.
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna sell. Talk about books. To maybe remember, Zealot. We should figure out if we want to do another book on our way out for Winter War.
Oh, yeah. Let's...
Like if you want to do the. Did we start the second Redwall book?
No, we only did the first one.
Just the first book. Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, you're listening to them on audiobook? That's cool.
Yeah, they were on Spotify.
It's yeah. Well, and for me, it works better for my I don't know if it's my ADHD or what, but like the audiobooks work better than like music for me for long drives.
Honestly, for me, it's the music. I used to do the audiobooks, but with not having a CD player, I don't think about it because I have my Spotify. So,
Hmm. Well, and I found out that there are audiobooks on Spotify. The only downside is that if you're doing Spotify Premium, holy shit, who did that?
What happened?
Fuck. Uh, Twitch chat spawned like 20 fucking puddles of poison, and it covered almost the entire floor.
Let's go. Hey,
Just-
Shaman, if you can listen in on us on Ducky Stream 2, and you can go harass her in Cult of the Lamb if you want to.
That's really rude. You could also, not. You could be nice. There are nice options.
You could also harass Duck
Man,
in Cult of the
I
Lamb.
lost all my extra
Um,
hearts. I had like
so
3.
another series, if you like mysteries, Zealot once listened to it with his dad and I was driving back to college. The Janet Ivanovich, the Stephanie Plum mystery set in Jersey, because it's all this Jersey talk and all this stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yep.
funny mysteries. They actually made a first one. They had Reese Witherspoon play Stephanie Plum, and I never saw it because they had Stephanie Plum being a blonde, and in the books, she's
Hi,
an
Shaman.
Italian Josie person, Mama Mazza, Grandma Mazza. Anyway, I just couldn't even think of watching the movie because and they only did one, so that tells you how bad it bombed. So
I got a heart back. Yeah. Well, I know we were listening to Redwall just because it was a book series that Zealot thought of that he read as a kid. Most of the ones I read as a kid were not that lengthy. Well, I don't know how long the books are. The books that I read were more like comic or like graphic novel.
Yeah, no, Redwall
Kinda.
stuff was about 400 pages.
Yeah.
Each one.
I
like
was that
16 of
kid
them.
that went for like I think his name was Geronimo Stilton, the little
oh,
rat
he's
guy.
still around. Actually, he's still
Yeah.
around. It's originally written in Italian and then it's translated to English and sold over here.
Oh, I
as
didn't know it was Italian. Okay. That's cool.
And they're still doing them. There's like 4, and they're based on a TV show that's in Italy.
Oh, I
'Cause
didn't know that.
There's
That's
the fantasy
funky.
one, the newspaper reporter one,
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
one, and then there's Thea Stilton. His sister has her own series.
Has her own series. Yeah. I didn't learn about the Thea Stilton books until I was an adult, and I was really mad that my library didn't have them because I really liked her in the other books.
The funny thing is most of the kids read Geronimo Stilton. I don't get anyone asking for Thea, and I've not bought
Yeah.
them. No one's asked for her.
Yeah.
The other one that's really popular, okay, I don't buy a lot of graphic novels. What really is frustrating is when Zealot was little, Sweet Valley High, Sweet Valley Twins, and the Babysitters Club were big series, and I had the actual book books. Well, years go by, nobody's reading them because they're reading the cool new series. So I weeded them. Then the publishing companies re-released them as graphic novels. And people come in going, don't you have the graphic novels? I'm like, I own the original series and we weeded them. I am not buying the graphic novels now. We'll get them.
Yeah,
for
just
you.
because they're popular.
Well, it's not, and if it was really popular, but it's when it's only 1 or 2 people, I have to go, that's 1 or 2 checkouts. And
Yeah. Well,
and
yeah,
there
because
is-
budgeting, yeah.
there is some evidence teachers are talking about that they can see, and the parents, that if their kids are only reading graphic novels, their reading comprehension skills drop drastically. And it's not that you can't read graphic novels, but if that's all they're reading, then they're not developing their reading skills.
Well, yeah, and I definitely agree with that because all of the reading that I did, like actual novels. Also, thank you, Shaman. I am opening my water. I'm committing water.
Children Have Faces. C.S. Lewis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like, I don't know. Even as somebody who does art and is a very visual person, I've really been enjoying audiobooks because like it it's kind of like when you're a kid and you play a lot of things with your imagination, like
Yeah.
what we know as like theater of the mind kind of thing with
Actually,
like
we were
the
talking about that, and it's even with books. See, I visualize as I'm reading, I can kind of see the images in my head, which is why I
Mhm.
can't read certain types of books
Yeah.
because it gives me too much
It's
visual imagery.
yeah. That's how
So,
I am with like if anything, I could do some violence and a little bit of gore, but like if it's too descriptive, I'm like, oh, okay.
it's not the descriptive that bothers me, it's the horror. I can't do horror.
Ah,
I
okay.
um I can do suspense and I can do thrillers, but again, the bad guy's got to be caught, captured, neutralized at the end of the story, and horror books don't always do that. And
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
like the pure
Yeah.
gruesome. I mean,
Yeah,
there's certain
like I remember complaining to
books.
Zealot about when I listened to the Fourth Wing series,
Yeah.
and I did they have the graphic audiobooks. Normally the graphic audiobooks don't bother me. Like I think they're cool because it basically sounds like you're listening to a TV show, but with a little
Right.
more narration, obviously. Um, but the problem is that Fourth Wing is very much more fighting than when I read A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yeah.
And they put in a lot of SFX sounds for when people got hurt. And there was multiple times where like the main character is basically she's got some sort of like a chronic illness or something that makes her basically more fragile. And so like they would make visceral like, hey, her bones are breaking sounds. And I was there were multiple times that I complained to Zealot. I was like, okay, everything else about this book is great. That made me want to vomit.
Okay. So if you want a good thing to crack up, William Shatner actually wrote some Star Trek books about Kirk, and it's like later in life. You know, it's not like when he was captain of the Enterprise. This is, as he's an old guy,
Yeah.
decent and stuff like that. And he does the reading for them, and he actually got the television company to do the special effects of the doors opening, the swoosh swoosh, and the computer voice, and of course him reading it himself with his way he enunciates is just hilarious to listen to. Now, one of the best things to listen to on audiobook,
Mm-hmm.
the Lemony Snicket series, Tim Curry narrated the audiobooks. And I listened to the first one because I was curious about why everybody was all into these Lemony Snicket books when they first came out. And he does a phenomenal job doing the audiobook. The other thing I loved is there's a author who does British mysteries set in the 1870s. David McCallum, who played Ducky, did a lot of the narration of the audiobooks. So that meant you had the accents of the different people, like the lords and ladies obviously had a different accent than the Cockneys versus the Scottish or the Irish. I
Yeah.
mean, these different voices, and it was just phenomenal listening to it.
That's cool.
I used to listen to audiobooks back in the day, 20 years ago probably, and then I got out of it because Don didn't mind the Joseph Fender one that we listened to, Company Man. He actually got into it. He wasn't a big thriller type reader, but it's when we stopped having the CD player in the car, I was just like, I could put it on my phone or put it on a flash drive, but I'll just listen to my music.
Yeah,
Especially
that's
once it's
understandable.
music is a little bit easier to listen to. And I do a lot of phone calls on my phone while I'm driving. I call someone, talk to them while I'm driving. So that kind of makes the time pass.
Well, yeah, and that's part of the thing too, is that usually whenever I'm driving, Zealot is usually like not necessarily asleep, but like usually like playing on his phone or something. So I playing the audiobook kind of helps him not like feel pressured to talk. Like we'll talk when we want to, but like the last time we listened to an audiobook was when we did the really big drive going to going
My
to
folks and then your parents, yeah.
yeah, and then driving down to Mississippi. So It
And
helped.
that makes sense. And actually, I understand that. It also means that he can nap while you're listening to a story, and it's not like you're being ignored or you're gonna
Hmm.
go. The story will be an interaction for you while you're driving.
Yeah, that's basically how it is because like I did not go for me growing up like a trip meant like 3 to 6 hours tops. Because my family went to Tennessee a lot, and so that's like a 6 hour drive. I went to Disney once, that was like a 10 hour drive, but
Was it
I
really 10 hours from where you live? Wow, that just seems like
yeah, because
I
Disney's
guess you have to
further.
most of Georgia to get to and Florida. Okay.
Yeah, it's because like you can get from where my family is, it's like 3 hours to Pensacola, but it what really takes a long time is when you get down into the Panhandle, it takes fucking forever. Um, and so that's where the issue comes in of like adding like
Actually,
7 hours.
we did when we went to Florida, and then when we were driving home, we decided to stop in Huntsville to visit someone who was living in Huntsville at the time,
Hmm.
lived here, and we drove. We went into Georgia, and then we went out of Georgia into Alabama. Is that first out of Georgia, or is it Mississippi? I can't remember now.
Yeah, no, it's
Anyway,
Alabama.
yeah, and then we had to drive up to Huntsville, so that was like a good. Um,
Yeah, I didn't realize it till I saw that Ghost was playing there in, I think it was part of their 2023 tour, but they were playing in Huntsville, and I didn't realize that Huntsville was like 6 hours from where I was living too, and I was like, damn. But I forget that also like Alabama is very like hilly, so that makes sense that it adds a little bit of time to it.
yeah.
Because that's most of what I don't think about with driving out, obviously, to the Midwest is the fact that like we have to go through and or around the mountains. I'm still
Yeah.
not really used to the fact that I live near mountains.
Well, they're an hour or so away from you, so it's not like you're right on top of them.
Yeah, yeah. Like we're like on the weird in between of like
Yeah.
the mountains and then the beach area.
Hmm.
Virginia's a weird place. Supposedly we have otters here, but I've never seen otters. Still waiting for evidence that there's otters that live here. Always the worst part of my 12-hour drive. Ugh. Yeah, that's fair. That's how I felt whenever we went to visit my family and we drove through Arkansas. Nothing. Nothing but rice fields. Nothing but rice fields. That's all that was there. Granted, we were on like some like it clearly wasn't like an interstate. It was some sort of like side highway that like cut through the state because we were going to like East Arkansas because we were visiting my friend that lives like 2 hours west of Memphis. And so I distinctly remember that night I was like, "Hey, Zealot, do you want me to drive through Memphis or do you want to deal with Memphis?"
Okay, so speaking, I want to go back to Shama mentioned the Tim Curry. So the cool thing was, it really made the book interesting, but I didn't listen to the rest of them. I just was kind of wanting to get a feel for what the book was about for the kid, why the kids were interested. But Tim Curry's autobiography came out in October, and it's called Vagabond. I just did a book review of it. I posted that on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and he actually dedicates some chapters to some big points in his life. Obviously, Rocky Horror. But then he also dedicated a whole chapter to about Clue and about being Pennywise. He actually almost turned down the role of Pennywise in It, the television miniseries that came
Yeah.
out the year Zealot was born. And he hates clowns, and he ended up it being one of the best roles he did. But then when he had his stroke in 2010, he had already gotten into doing voice acting like when you guys were little, the Thornberries and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Thornberry, Spurn Gully, yeah.
Well, and he also did Galahad in the Prince Valiant animated series that was when Zealot was a baby. And,
Mm.
yeah, it was Galahad. Or no, Gawain. He was Gawain, not Galahad. I knew it was one of the G's. Anyway, that meant he could keep, because his voice is fine. He's just, his left side is permanently paralyzed.
Yeah, I knew he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, because he can't use his left side at all. And, but he can still do the voice acting. And it was but anyway, he's joking about how Clue was a box office bomb. Actually, people just didn't get into the whole different endings at different movie theaters. And then it came out in DVD or VHS, Mama Zealot
Hmm.
hooked onto it and checked it out. I rented it every weekend from the local rental place when I was a senior in college because I loved the movie so much. And it became a cult following as big, almost as big as Rocky Horror for him.
Beneath a
And
thin layer of ancient dust,
he was stunned,
the
but he's
tusk
tickled
is
because he said it was such a
strong
fun
and
movie to do.
smooth. Strange characters
And
are etched into its
he and
Yeah.
Madeline Kahn were good friends. Um, he almost didn't get the part because the original director wanted somebody else to do it, and the writer wanted him to do it, and so the writer convinced and so yeah, he almost wasn't Wadsworth.
Oh my god. Where are you fighting? I hear you fighting. Stop fighting.
Ooh. Now to the Cave of Shattered Sky and the River of Frozen Tears. What a lovely sounding name.
Yeah, isn't it?
Sounds like a pleasant place for a visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't want to live here though.
Oh, I didn't know he was in Treasure Island.
Yeah, he's Long
Yeah,
John
he
Silver.
was in the Muppet
Oh my
Treasure
God.
Island. He was
He's Captain Long John
Yeah,
Silver in the
Yeah.
knew he was the bad guy pirate, but yeah, he was Captain Long John Silver in the Muppet Treasure Island. He was also in Home Alone, too. He was
the hotel curator. Hotel
Mater D,
concierge, whatever the
yeah,
title is.
concierge. That's it. Yeah. He did, and then one of the least known or cared about by him or by people is Pass the Ammo, where he plays a televangelist with Annie Potts as his wife. That's funny. Your dad and I loved it because it reminded your dad so much of what he grew up with. Because it's set in Arkansas.
Oh, that's an easy question.
What?
Sorry. I have a little bot that I added in my chat that does like trivia whenever the ads have to roll. And it was like Balthasar, Melchior. I don't know if I said that right.
And
Caspar.
the Three Wisemen, yeah.
Yeah. It was like
Balthazar,
they're
and,
renowned for their journey bearing gifts to the newborn king. What collective title are these figures known as? Like, that's an easy one.
So it got easy at the end. If it had just said, "What are Gaspar, Melchior, and Balthazar known as?"
Yeah, that would have been
really
a little
hard.
harder. Yeah.
That would have been incredibly hard because their names are not in the Bible that most people have read. It's in the Catholic
it's
Bible.
not. They're not in the Bible at all. It's the legend.
No,
basically.
there's the Catholic Bible has they add an epistle, or the Orthodox
Okay,
do.
now the
Yeah.
additional books. I forget
Well,
what
it's
they
the
call
Orthodox or Catholic Church has
The cave smells of
a book that has their
deep
names in it.
quiet regrets. It seems
that.
another
See, oh
cave
gosh,
has
another
arisen
deep
to
earth and
protect the
quiet
cave
regrets.
sanctity.
Wow.
I love the Franco-Russia world setting. It's so happy.
Depressing.
Well, I was being ironic and sarcastic.
I wasn't.
It's so mood lifting and inspiring, and I'm totally
All right,
like.
I'm targeting the balanced guy again. I think they're the same schools that the last two were. 'Cause that was a
They might
balanced
be.
guy.
Oh, I forgot that they were also known as the Magi. Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, the Magi,
Yeah.
Magi of the East.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they call Magi in the most of the Bibles I've owned. They're the three Magi or the three wise men.
They
Because
were
Magi is basically wise man.
though. There is a
There is an alchemical,
sorcerer.
yeah, kind of
Saucer?
So
Well,
as in like sorcery, but it's not called hard
Okay,
magic. It's more
This
like
gives you the idea. They saw the stars. They saw the forming of a new star, and most of those wise men of that period studied the stars because they believed the stars gave them information as to what was happening.
so they were mostly diviners.
Yeah.
They were not doing
They were-
like conjuration or illusions. They were
They
giving
were advisors,
prophecies.
and they were called wise men because a lot of times those were who the kings went to for advice.
Yeah, Shaman. I think I'm the only one who's gonna get the reference you made there about the AI
It's just right during
supercomputers.
the winter.
No, the
The
AI supercomputer predicting
prediction.
the coming of angels is Magi.
Oh, please. We had a good friend who read that book and she was trying to use it to find out when Christ was coming back. And I looked at her and I said, if Christ doesn't know his
Mom,
own.
stop. That's not a book thing. It's an anime thing. It's not
Oh, well, there was,
conspiratorial.
okay, there
Oh.
was a book. These two Russians claimed they used a computer to analyze the Bible to know when Christ was coming back. It was
No,
back in the
no.
80s.
So it's called NGE. That's the abbreviation for
Oh,
Neon
okay. So
Genesis
this is an
Evangelion.
anime. Okay, so
It's a manic episode of someone storytelling their depression issues, because they grew up a Christian in Japan. Well, in a Christian family, they weren't Christian, but their parents were, and they were like the weird pseudo Catholic Calvinist Christians that were in Japan because of the Dutch and the Portuguese Christianity influences. So
okay.
there's weird Christian tropes because they didn't like that experience of Christians, but they were looking for a meaning in society because Japanese society doesn't have meaning, and the anime is basically a man's fever trip through a sci-fi flavor with a lot of mecha of, I mean, giant robots, with what's the purpose in life? What is your
Okay,
purpose
well,
in
when you
life?
say AI doing that, I just saw the book was called The Bible Code or Unraveling the Bible
Yeah, that's
Code
the
or
Russians may have a bunch of different
no,
Christian
this became a
apocalyptic
New York
stuff.
Times, sweetheart. When you were little, before you were cognizant of books, other than the little books we read, this was a book that hit the New York Times bestseller. It was an international
I get it.
book.
I understand what you're saying. I'm saying the Russians have a lot of Christian apocalyptica literature. It's a core part of Russian society.
This was written as a non-fiction book.
No, they're all written as nonfiction. They believe it. It's a death cult conspiracy. It's
No,
like
this actually wasn't death cult. This was somebody. These were two people who claimed they put the Bible through a supercomputer
to predict
that
the end
it
of the
could
time.
analyze and get the secret message from God that was in the Bible about when Christ was really coming back.
Okay, that's part of the death cult stuff. Or like, it's an issue a lot in Russian Orthodoxy that a lot of Christians get fixated on the apocalypse and Revelation because Russian society is grim, dark, and abysmal, and so a lot of people look to the end because there's no hope in the current. And
Okay.
and so like it's a constant issue that Russian Christian philosophers and writers will put out stuff that is just like insane. But it's interesting
Yeah, but
if
you
you
couldn't believe how many people were got honestly believe that it was true.
well, that's because a lot of the conspiracy realm online has long carryover in parts of infiltration from Russian disinformation in the Cold War era. Because those
Okay.
people used to be the people who peddled like Kennedy was assassinated by the CIA, Reagan was shot by the CIA. They were typically those people.
Elvis is living in a nursing home and was secreted
Okay,
away by
again,
the
that's
CIA.
that's a stupid one. You're making fun of it. I'm talking about the real malinformation, not stupid conspiracy stuff. I'm talking about legitimately, like, has fundamentally come to distrust their government, not
Okay,
just
honey,
silly things.
when you were a baby and before you were born, the National Enquirer regularly had pictures supposedly of
Yes,
Kennedy
Shaman, I
and
was.
Elvis, both in wheelchairs, ancient in a nursing home
The
together.
National Enquirer was a rag that had fun with conspiracy. It wasn't meant to be believed. People believed it. I get that, but it was written to make fun of conspiracy. I'm talking about
Yeah,
people
but
who
the
are
times Elvis and JFK were on the cover that the CIA had secreted them away and saved them.
okay.
from
I get it.
harm.
It's funny to you, but I'm talking about people like the Boogaloo Boys, who are a paramilitary organization in the United States, who think the government is out to destroy us and lies to us every day, and we need to, go out into the street and shoot cops. I'm talking about people who are dangerous and what the literature they read. That's
And they
where
probably read the National Enquirer and believe it's true.
no, that's you're thinking all conspiracy nuts are the same. I'm telling you, the Inquirer gets all the happy people who just are a little nutty.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, if you're reading Russian conspiracy into Times literature, you're on the wrong side of the internet. You've probably gone to the dark web, and it's really hard to get you back because you're that nihilistic. Like, if you are reading
Okay,
Russian
so the
literature like
person
that,
you knew the person. She was not nihilistic. She was a very positive person. But
until
she believed
until
in
it came to
everything.
revelation. Then she became incredibly nihilistic and pessimistic. Like
Well, and then she also believed that 9/11 was a conspiracy. She went down that
she
rabbit hole.
and every conspiracy theorist I have ever met thinks they're the most rational cynic on the planet. They do not see themselves as irrational actors.
It's okay, Shaman.
I like it's I have realized my graduate degree is in political warfare and and propaganda. So like when I was writing my thesis on Russian space power, this is a topic we wound up having to read a lot about because like in the Russians' own government, they would actively propagandize and disinformation each other because the manned space program of the Russian government and the satellite program were competing for resources, and the premiers of Russia liked watching the show enough that they didn't ever separate the funding lines so they could both be operational. So routinely, they would be like, "Ah, yes, today in the man program, we have put a battle station into space that relies on satellites to land properly, but the satellites don't function for it." So the Russians put 3 battle stations. Like they try to have weaponized platforms for people to be on in space, and they had to deorbit all 3 of them because the satellite program never gave them resources that they could actually successfully dock a ship on any of the 3 battle stations they put in space.
Okay, can I cut in real quick with something funny? Supposedly, some traffic camera caught a picture of William Shatner at a stoplight driving his car, but he's eating from a bowl of cereal at the stoplight. And they're making this is like one of the big news stories that Shatner one was driving his own car, 93-year-old, but he's eating cereal at a stoplight in a bowl.
I feel like there's an AI bot somewhere that made that. I'm so deluded on the idea that funny stuff like that happens anymore.
No, supposedly it's been I don't know, but it's kind of a funny
Is
picture.
it playing? Is
And
it playing on a
does
news station you're seeing this about, or is this something you saw
yes,
online?
and I saw it twice on a news station, and I saw stuff
Oh
on
my God.
Facebook about it because the picture is not too good like AI pictures can sometimes be. You know, they're too perfect. This just looks like me taking a picture with my camera out of my car, at the car next to me. Back grid, all one word is quoted as the source. So I don't know. But anyway, it gives you something to go look. It's just a funny picture. He's got his mouth open. He's getting ready to shove the spoon of cereal into his mouth at the stoplight.
Apparently,
Hey, I do that with Dairy Queen.
it's being advertised by TMZ, so it's probably actually real. I saw New York Post and I was like, well, it could still be a lie. It's New York Post after all. And then I saw the TMZ headline and I went, oh, okay, it's real.
So they're all joking about this 93-year-old now driving his car and he's eating cereal.
I mean,
it's like such a normal thing.
If it's an electric car like a Tesla or their competitor, you probably
I don't
could.
know what he drives.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, you probably could do that. That's how scary that shit is. I mean, I would never hands-free drive.
He was at a stoplight when they caught the picture.
He also, apparently, on the TMZ article, then proceeded to start his car accelerating while he still had the cereal in his hand. So he was photographed while eating at the stoplight and then took off while he was still eating the cereal in hand.
Yeah.
So we hope he has automatic driving car. Not, he's just like...
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you, Shaman. It's kind of funny that he's 93 years old and he's driving his own car. Yes.
I mean, this is the same man who
By the
went
way,
into space.
he and who's the guy who helped get Pluto devaluated?
Neil deGrasse
biggest-
Tyson.
Huh?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes, they've done a book together. Shatner and Neil deGrasse Tyson have done a book together. It's coming out in the next month or so. Or it came out the beginning of the year. And it's about space. They're supposedly really good friends now.
They've been really good friends for actually years.
Have they?
Yeah, because deGrasse Tyson is a Star Trek nerd, and Shatner, if physicists and astrophysicists in that community are willing to, Shatner has talked with most of them as far as I know. Because Shatner, even before he went into space on the Bezos plane, he was a believer in the space program and has always been an advocate for it. And after the Bezos trip, he got mocked by a few people because, like, why did he go into space? He was an old man. He could have died. And he's like, that would have been great. I would have been okay with dying in space. I would have seen Earth as if it is heaven, and then died. That would have been amazing. But I lived, and I got to touch the Earth. Like
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm too scared to go. I don't think I could go, even if I had a chance to.
I mean, I definitely wouldn't get on the Virgin or Amazon funded ones, but I would love to go into space at some point in my life. That'd be pretty cool. I could even
I
go
don't know.
like
Yeah,
I'd be okay with like a
claustrophobic.
space plane, like some shit like that where it just flies low Earth orbit. It doesn't have to be like a real. I don't need to be like Challenger style.
I don't know if I could because of the hull being sealed, and if you break the seal, you die. It's that same thing with. I'd love to scuba dive, but I'm too claustrophobic to do that. Once the claustrophobia kicked in, there was a lot of things that I'll never do. Once I got old enough that I realized I could die, I quit wanting to hang glide. So
Well, I mean, hang gliding and bungee jumping are just stupid. It's like
hang gliding looked so cool when it first came out, and I was like, that would be so
yes,
awesome to
I am.
fly.
I am strapped in by a piece of rope, and
No, it
if I,
wasn't the rope thing. It was the whole, you actually have to run and kick off, and then you have to be strong enough that while you're hanging onto the glider, being able to get your legs into the little baggie that holds your legs for you. You have to be strong enough to lift your legs up to go into the little nylon bag that holds your legs in parallel with the wings. That's what scared me, and I went, oh, I can't do that. I don't think I could, because I can't do chin-ups or pull-ups, so once I saw that, but I thought it'd be so cool to be able to fly like that, but yeah, not happening. By the way, just to let you know, Zealot, Redwall has a graphic novel now series.
that's not surprising, but I'm not a graphic novel person.
Well, I'm not either. I just thought I'd tell you. I had seen it in the catalog.
And I feel like for my children in the future, I'd rather have them read the text and be like, "What the hell is this, Dad?" Than
Is
read the
this?
graphic novel and then see the mole get turned into red mist in front of their eyes, or the
Well,
rat or the badger rip the head off of the rat in the middle of combat.
well, and some of that it depends on the age of the books of the audience that they're. Some of those books aren't that graphic. They do
All
all
no,
scene.
all of the Redwall books were 14 up. They were all
I
graphic.
understand, but that doesn't mean the graphic novel would be that descriptive.
Well, that would be a disappointing choice by his family's estate because they dealt with death and violence in a way that made it palatable for like a kid myself. I feel like
Yeah.
if they've ruined that and they just turn it into like superhero-esque violence where people die but we just don't talk about it because
No,
they got
what I'm
punched off
saying is not
screen.
that. Okay, to me, I wasn't saying that. I don't know because I haven't seen the inside, but it could be that it happens off screen, like you have the bubbles with the sound effects, but you don't have the actual picture. You imagine what's happening. I don't know. I haven't looked at them at all because I don't tend to buy a lot of graphic novels. Admittedly, the biggest graphic novels I'm buying right now is Puny Corn and Geronimo Stilton, the Click series. Um,
Shaman, when you say both seasons, what do you mean both seasons of what? Oh, Mouse Guard? Yeah, I think the issue is like Brian Jacques wrote some of those graphic scenes to be like an awareness of evil. I almost said edification. I don't think it's edifying it, but you know what I mean. Like forcing you as a young reader to confront the idea that there are people who are just aberrant in their personality, in their behavior, and
they're bad guys.
there is no recourse for them other than their end. And like if you fundamentally remove that from the stories, especially like there's no way to tackle Salamanstrom if you don't depict the brutal
See, I've never
assault.
read any of the books. I know you did. Oh, damn.
There's
See,
there's a story about a female badger that is probably the most graphic, and it would be really hard to imagine that story being written in any way, shape, or form that properly puts the tone on paper of what they do to her as a young child. to her family in front of her before they blind her. Um, and I feel like in a graphic novel version, yeah, you could depict that, but if it's not grisly in a way, her story doesn't make sense why she's so violent. You
I'm
know,
just
like
saying, I don't know how graphic it is because I haven't actually seen them. So to make a judgment one way or the other about what it's like.
no, I know, like when I think of graphic novels, I usually think of like how The Watchmen got depicted, which is a very brutal comic. Same with Invincible, or like how they do DC and Marvel, where there's not a lot of violence
Okay,
at
but
all.
those are graphic novels based more on the whole comic book genre. Graphic novels, think of your Bible. Remember when you used to get the little flyers in Sunday school and they'd have Bible stories that were cartoons or comic book style?
You mean like Valiant? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, Prince Valiant or what the Sunday strips were. That's more what the graphic novels that a lot of the kids do. Where the heck did you go?
I
'Cause
went
am
through
not.
I went through the teleporter because it told me I needed to, but I have no fucking clue where I'm supposed to be going because the arrow is just fucking with me right now.
Oh, okay, that's I missed the teleport. I'm like, why is the
I
arrow
went
keep
through the
changing?
teleporter thing. I might teleport to you because I went through the teleporter thing I was supposed to, but I don't know if I was.
No, we're supposed to go to the cave of the sundered seam and frigid maw, which
Yeah,
means,
I'm trying to figure out how to get to the frigid
well,
mall.
let me look. I'm gonna zoom out the map.
Okay, no, I am going the right way. Okay, this is
So we do need to go through the porter or not?
no. You probably don't. You can probably backtrack a degree. I don't know why it told us to go that way. I'm trying to see if I can get to it the other way. Um,
Was that Forlorn Tog or was that
it's in
Sundered?
the town that we went into initially. So like, you'll be able to teleport to me shortly. Ooh.
Hi, Ellie. Yes. Well, tell me when I can.
Yeah,
Teleport.
I'm in Urviel. I'm trying to get to the next cave.
Okay, let me teleport to you.
I mean, I'm not there yet. You don't need to, but you can.
Well, it's either that or possibly walk into a combat trying to get to you following the arrow. So,
That's fine. What's interesting is there's a quest light over here, but I'm gonna go in here just temporarily and see why. Oh, okay. There's nothing in here. I had the blue light like there's a quest item in here, so like I got confused by that.
this was a quest earlier on when we first came to this world.
Okay, it's just blue. Okay. I'm so used to blue code being the there's an
Well,
active
it's not
quest to start.
flashing. You know, it's blue, but it's not really lit.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just used to the blue coding being new quests kind of thing, so I wanted to make sure.
Oh, I almost
I
walked
guess
into
we're
all
going
the
into the mine? I guess. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we are because we're supposed to save somebody. I think down there still, right?
Are we? Is that what we're
I
doing?
don't. I don't know. Go to the cave of sundered seam.
I mean,
and
we've been in here before, but we did that already. We rescued the slaves. Well, they
Yeah,
weren't
this
slaves.
is.
They were prisoners of.
Yeah,
They were
they're.
revolutionary prisoners in a death camp. But you know, hey.
But I think this is the whole. We're trying to
Not
fix
that one.
whatever bad thing is still here. I don't know.
Okay, it's in here. Yeah, you can teleport to me. I got to it.
I'm following you. I just saw you go around a curve.
Okay.
I see you. Okay.
Oh. No, I don't it's not intentional. I'm not I'm trying to be aggressive on the conspiracy stuff just to finish that conversation that we were starting. When I was doing my graduate education, we dealt with a lot, like we were forced to read a lot of disinformation because a lot of countries use it on their own population. But in the case of like conspiracies that are rampant in America, a lot of them have a foreign source either to the narrative or to the agents who peddle it. Like Alex Jones peddles a lot of Russian disinformation. Even though he's an American citizen, he's never been to Russia himself. But if you look at his stories that he peddles that are conspiratorial, a lot of them have a root in like old KGB literature that would be released in Russia in the 80s, like about Bush, about Clinton, about the IMF and stuff like that. I mean,
if I can have a moment. Shaman, so you made sure he got what he deserved, but you still couldn't save the priestess, could you? He finished Dragon Age 2.
oh yeah. See, you finished the everyone gets fucked over storyline. Yippee!
No, he did make sure that Anders didn't survive it.
Well, I mean, that's the canonical ending, because like Anders can't live with what he's done.
Actually, no, the canonical is that, well, if you're playing the female, is that you guys go off and, yeah.
Well, that's an option. That's not the canon ending.
Okay.
No,
It's
for
her canon ending.
Dragon Age 3, the canon ending is that Anders got it, the priestess got
No,
it.
two, not three.
I know, but 2 leads into 3. The official, like, byline that BioWare had for 3, that if you played the core story that they thought was the canon, there are no survivors of the end of Kirkwall from any of the characters involved with what
Including the
happens.
hero of Kirkwall? Because one of
Oh yeah, no,
them.
the Dragon Age 3 starts off with the hero of Kirkwall missing. That's why Denna, the dwarf guy, your friend, is being interrogated by the Inquisitor because, like, you just disappeared. And he's like, I don't know what happened.
That even happens if you play a female hero.
Yeah, it's because BioWare thought the mysterious stranger was an interesting storyline.
No, they just honestly, I think they didn't like the way we all, that those of us who played Dragon Age 1 got hooked on the whole continuing the story of our hero with
Okay.
Alice.
The first team that made Dragon Age 1 worked on the Knights of the Old Republic solo story game. And Shaman may have played that. I know you haven't, Mom. At the end of that, when you find out you actually were the Sith that got brainwashed by the Jedi to try to give you a second chance at life, you can remake the same choices you make or live a new path. Regardless, when you play the second game, Revan is a mythology, and no one knows the choice that Revan made on that day. BioWare likes mysterious stranger storylines where there's no obvious conclusion to what happened. It becomes mythology to itself. They did it with Mass Effect, they did it with Dragon Age, they did it with KOTOR, they did it with Neverwinter Nights 2, like 1 into 2. Like, you would think there should be some byline, but there's not. And it's because a lot of developers...
Two actually ends with the hero dying, or
Yes.
supposedly dying.
Yeah, that's part of
the ending for 2. By the way, the thing with, well, I wanted to go back to something. You were talking about the beginning of Inquisition that I played. I hadn't made it very far into it, was that both the hero of Kirkwall and the hero of Ferelden both disappeared around the same time.
Yes. Yeah, they both go missing. Well, the hero of Ferelden disappeared sometime before. Yeah, before Dragon Age, before the end of Dragon Age 2.
Because she's still at home when Alistair talks about her at the end of Dragon Age 2.
Morrigan?
No. Okay, when I played the female hero of Ferelden.
Okay, again, yeah, I know. They don't, again, you're not playing... The canon storyline, as far as I know for Dragon Age 1, is supposed to be a male noble. That's the technically canon story. Is a male noble, because it's the character with the least amount of tendrils in the story. If you play any of the other...
the male noble dies, sacrifices his life to kill the dragon, or...
He disappears with Morrigan through the Illuvian Veil.
Right.
Either way, he disappears.
Yeah. And the hero Kirkwall disappears too.
The hero Kirkwall disappears at a different time, but also disappears, and it feels related, because the last time the hero Kirkwall is seen is approaching the Underdark. Not the Underdark. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
My biggest issue with Dragon Age 2 was that the choices that I made in Awakening involving the weird undead.
KOTR. No, Knights of the Realm.
That's Knights of the Republic. It's what I was talking about.
Okay, the one that's Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah, it's a solo game made by BioWare that's involving Star Wars, where you play what you think is a Padawan in the first game. I think it's the first game.
Don't ruin it for him. He's talking about it's on his playlist.
Yeah, I mean, well, Mom, it's been around for like 30 years. Shaman probably knows the storyline to a degree. That's why he wants to play it, because it's well liked by a lot of people who like Mass Effect and Dragon Age. Because the team that worked on it, that's what I was trying to get to with the Mysterious Stranger thing. The team that worked on KOTOR first, before they worked on Dragon Age and Mass Effect, They were influenced by a lot of the samurai Mysterious Stranger movies and Clint Eastwood's Mysterious Stranger movies, where he's a good guy who
Yeah,
disappears at the end
Rider
of the movie.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Pale Rider not so much because he's not a good guy in that.
I thought he was a good guy.
One of the Clint Eastwood movies where he's a mysterious stranger, he's a man for revenge. He's the man with 6 shots in his back. I thought that was Pale Rider.
No, Pale Rider is supposedly he's the unknown stranger in the one you're talking about, and that's where he paints the town red. And turns out he's the ghost of the murdered sheriff.
Yeah, the man with 6 shots in his
Pale
back.
Rider is a sequel, a quote unquote sequel they did 20 years later, and he supposedly helped save a couple of young kids, I think.
It might be Unforgiven. I can't remember. It's been
Unforgiven is one of the Pale Rider ones too. Yeah.
I can't because there's very few survivors at the end of the one where he's the sheriff with 6 shots in his back.
Yeah. Because they lure the bad guys in, and everybody dies except for the midget who was the gravedigger.
Yes, because everyone in the town is involved in the corruption. The sheriff was a good man. They killed a good man.
Yeah.
Because the story's conclusion is you realize, oh, the entire town has it coming, not just the people you think are the bad guys. It's a conspiracy.
Right, and it's him standing over his own grave, and the mortician is talking to him about, this man was a good man, it's horrible what happened to him, and then Clint Eastwood rides off. Yeah.
Yeah. And it plays on the trope that was at least popular in the time. I don't know how it is these days, which was just because the idea that if you watch a crime happen but do nothing, in the eyes of someone who is truly good, they would still see you as culpable. You're not
you're basically just as guilty as the ones who did the
because you're covering up. If you at least
you're acquiescing and you're conceding that it's okay what they did.
Because the town did not oppose the sheriff getting killed. Yeah.
Right.
Also, no, I have not seen Tombstone.
Yeah, no, Ducky has probably not seen a lot of westerns.
That's not true. I've seen a lot of John Wayne.
Have you seen Sons of Katie Elder? That's a good John Wayne one.
Baby.
Actually, the War Wagon.
Remember how my mom made me watch Elvis? It was the same thing with John Wayne.
So you've seen...
So if you show me clips from it, I can tell you whether or not I've seen the movie.
So the Sons of Katie Elder is good. The War Wagon is good. True Grit is awesome.
I would rather actually watch the new version of True Grit that has.
I've only seen the John Wayne, Katharine Hepburn version of True Grit.
The remake of True Grit looks. I've seen snippets of it and it interests me. I just never gotten around to it because I don't know if I've ever had a platform where I would be able to watch it. It probably is on Netflix or something at this point, but.
Yeah, well, and a lot of the older movies are now on Paramount, so.
Pain.
Well, I mean, my parents have Paramount. We could just
I can order the DVD through our library loan and watch it.
I mean, you can. That's great. We don't have a DVD player.
If you have a card, you can do that at your library.
Yes, we do. Both of my computers have DVD players.
Okay.
And your Xbox.
The Xbox that I have is what I use as my DVD player.
Oh, true. My 360. Yeah, my 360 or my.
I was gonna say it doesn't get used for anything else.
No, it just sits here. I've talked about we could move it over there to play DVDs on. I just haven't thought about it.
Move it? What? To the projector?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably just need to get maybe a HDMI splitter thing so that, because that's the main problem is that we have to play hopscotch with which HDMI is plugged in. It could be on Hoopla, yeah. Zealot hasn't used Hoopla yet, but yeah, I'll have to look on there too, because that's how I started watching. So there is in fact a second season of the newer Interview with a Vampire show that they did, but it's not on, because I think I originally watched it on, I want to say HBO or Netflix. And it had the first season, but never updated when they did a second season of it for some reason. Anyway, but yeah, I started watching the Interview with a Vampire episodes. They're okay. I don't love them. if anything, I more so just enjoyed the aesthetic.
There's other vampire series I prefer to read. I read the Anne Rice stuff, and I got to the 7th book, Tale of the Body Thief, and Lestat was so stupid. I'm sitting there going, "Oh my God,
Oh, yeah.
no, he's not gonna do this. No, he's not going to do this." Oh my God, he
Yep.
have him whining about it for 3/4 of the book, and I'm like, I was
Yeah.
so pissed off. I actually didn't finish the book, and I've not read another one of her books. And
Yeah.
then
That's kind
she
of been my
became-
problem, is that like with the narration of it being in the future, whenever they pop basically like back in, and the guy who's taking the interview is just like staring at him like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, the 5-year-old in the kid's body was really bad too. Yeah,
Yeah, that
in the books
that
it was awful.
really horrible.
I
like,
actually in
They
the
don't.
event.
They haven't. I haven't seen a lot of the second season. I think I only watched the first 2 or 3 episodes. But yeah, it was really hard.
I have to admit that it wasn't. I liked the elder vampires that were like the council, the twins that were redheaded, and or that may be a different vampire series I'm thinking of. But anyway, there was like this whole council of.
I haven't gotten to that point, but I feel like there is.
And actually, I'm reading the Lestat books, and I can't stand Lestat, and I actually like some of the other characters that are ancillary characters way better than Lestat. So I quit reading them years ago, and yeah. Anne Rice just, I read some of her other books that I should never.
Traveled my way through episodes 2
Were
and
awful.
3. BSG?
Battlestar Galactica.
Oh!
I assume Shaman's watching the remake, the 2000s one. Which means that you've seen way too much Cylon sex at this point. I'm so sorry, Shaman.
Oh, that's how I felt with I was telling Zella about this, that whenever I finally watched Game of Thrones, because my mom decided whenever I was a teenager that I was too young to watch. Anyway, I had already seen lots of things on the internet at that point, but didn't know how to explain that to my mom.
It's better not to. It's just-
Yeah, no, yeah. So
There's
anyway,
already
once I
been-
finally moved out and I was able to watch Game of Thrones, I ended up like, I would skip every couple seconds of a sex scene to basically make sure that they don't talk about plot, and then I would skip it. I've been having to do that with the Bridgertons too. The last season of Bridgerton, there was
the Rome one that was on around the same time as Game of Thrones started, because I remember
Oh, that yeah.
Don got really into both. Don thought they were both cool, and I come home and he's like, "These are great, but I have to fast forward through the sex scenes. There's just way too much sex. I don't want the sex. I want the politics."
Rome is a great series. I would probably sit down and watch with you, Duck, but it is definitely like uncomfortable amounts of sex and sexual violence.
Yeah, if Romans were like that, but Don's like, yeah, but they could do the politics without that.
Anyway, but my
He did not enjoy Game of Thrones. He quit watching after a season of it because he's like, there's an interesting storyline, but I just don't want to see all that stuff.
So like with Battlestar Galactica, I stopped watching it when there was a scene with a doctor. I don't know if this is spoilers. I remember watching it late at night when I was in college, so I don't know what season I was watching, to be fair, Shaman. So if I spoiled something, I apologize in advance. It was why I stopped watching the show. This doctor is clearly talking to someone who he thinks is there, and over the course of the scene, you realize that the woman he's talking to is not there. It's a Cylon.
He's a Cylon. I've seen that.
And she goes down on him, and the scene...
Oh, no.
And the scene shows him clearly reacting to her, stimulating him in the midst of a conversation that another character walks in and starts having with him. And it was an uncomfortable watch. And I'm like, this played on Sci-Fi, which is wild. Because, like, Battlestar Galactica on Sci-Fi was still within watershed hours. It played at 8 o'clock. And Sci-Fi was on cable. Sci-Fi was on cable. It would technically be borderline.
And they didn't care. They were pushing the envelope.
And I was just like, yeah. My brother absolutely hated
I actually
Rome.
saw that
Yeah, that's
scene,
fair.
and that was like the one episode I walked in. Your dad was watching the show, and I went, "That's a Cylon,"
Yeah, they
and
made
he's like, and I said, "Man, I miss the Dirk Benedict's
yeah
Battlestar
they
Galactica."
unmormoned the
Watching
Battlestar Galactica. It's very weird. When Battlestar Galactica from the 70s is supposed to be Mormon cultism, and they unmormoned the cultism.
They
So,
yeah.
so you just get like it's Star Trek but worse is what the takeaway I got. And I'm like, okay, so it's just Star Trek with sex. What I started seeing it as, and initially that didn't bother me. It's just like after a while, that's not good enough. And then I realized quickly, like the sex was overriding. It's not constant, but the sex scenes that pop up are weird. They're always weird to me. Like, and I'm like, okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You just got knocked down.
Oh, did I get? Oh yeah, I got.
Oh,
And he's gonna probably die here shortly. Okay, you can kill him.
no.
But yeah, I'm really hoping with this next
Oh, I've got a
season.
Bartleby.
I'm really hoping with the next season of Bridgerton that they're airing. So they're doing the same thing that they basically did with whatchamacallit, Stranger Things, but they're only doing 2 installments. They're doing like part 1, part 2, basically.
Yeah, but the problem is with it being on Netflix, they don't have the strictures of what they do, and so it's probably a lot racier than the actual novels are. Because I know the author was
Well, like
novels.
season 1 and season 2 were fine. Like they had spicy moments, but like that's about it. It was season 3 with Penelope that got really like there were a lot of sex scenes. A lot of premarital sex scenes with women specifically. Because, we're talking like early English. And that's definitely a no-no if you're like, a lady in society, per se. So it's just like, okay, going a little off script here, guys.
Well,
But
and
no,
definitely-
I haven't read the books, but I have a friend of mine who has, and she was telling me about how she's worried about the series because they're currently changing the order in which the kids get married.
Oh.
They're deviating from what it was in the books.
Yeah.
And so she's worried about them also deviating, obviously, the plot with that. Like, if it's going to be different.
Well,
or
that
the
means
same.
probably Mary Below, the author, is probably not even involved in the writing of the Bridgerton stuff.
I honestly don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Sorry, I haven't gotten another heel
Because
yet.
I know it's been a Shondaland production. I don't know if that's because of the author, though.
No, the author is Mary Below, Balogh, I thought.
No. Yeah. I know that. I just meant like, I was saying like I don't know what the partnership was.
But you don't know how much control she has over her characters and her stories.
Yeah, like I don't like obviously it's hers like by right, but
Yeah, but it's like J.K. Rowling kept such tight control of everything dealing with Harry Potter. She didn't want any of them straying from the books at all. I mean, she kept that. She wasn't going to let them make them into movies if she couldn't have final control over how the movies were done. Because she wanted to stay true to what the story was in the books. Because she originally wrote those books for her kids when she was an unemployed mom. That's how she started writing the Harry Potter series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She was an unemployed mom on welfare and was telling these stories to her kids, and somebody heard or saw one of her and said, "You should publish these." So she did. She pulled herself out of the welfare system and rose up. So in Great Britain, which is probably a bit different system, I don't know for sure, but anyway. But it just depends. A lot of times people have no control when they sell their book to a studio. A lot of times the contract says that if they don't fight for
they give up. Yeah.
It's like supposedly Dr. Seuss's widow wanted Jim Carrey to play Dr. Seuss, but there was something about the movie that she didn't actually like or something. I don't know. It was just
How far
something
have
about
you
the widow of Dr.
travelled,
Seuss
Light and Shadow,
when the live
to
action
find
Dr.
yourself
Seuss
in this cold?
Grinch came
I
out.
thought you had earned a vacation, but you have learned much since we last met. That is clear. What? Have you been Wouldn't you be happier basking in the warm waters of the Wizard City Commons? I suggest you waste no further time in this endeavor.
Wow. Somebody that we actually thought as an advisor just tried to talk us out of doing this.
Well, he's Grandfather Spider. He's the bad guy.
I didn't think he was a bad guy.
Yeah, when we said Grandfather Spider returned, all of those teachers in Arcanum freaked the fuck out.
Oh, okay. Okay, stuff's overflowing to my bank, darn it.
They were like, "Oh no, we've got to deal with that. This is a crisis."
Yeah, and I had all this dialogue I have to get past. And I've got a silver chest I'm doing.
I couldn't get into the Expanse. I like a couple characters. One of our mutual college friends got me to watch clips of Gideon, and I was like, "Oh no, this can be easily me." In a day where a lot of bad things have happened to me, I can say very Gideon-esque lines from the Expanse. But it's a really grim series from what I saw, and I'm like, I'm not really that emotionally invested in sci-fi. I think Dad would have liked it. Oh, Aragon? I never read those books, so I don't know how they did them dirty. It wouldn't surprise me, but...
Where the heck's a tube? Yes, I have catch a key.
That's fine, you can teleport to me because I'm back in Arcanum when you're done.
I will teleport to you as soon as I can. Nary a two to be found. This is really funny. Oh, there's one. Yay! Got it. I was actually right out of time as I did. I won.
Welcome back, Initiate. You look like you've seen a
So
ghost.
teleport to you?
Perhaps you have.
Yeah.
We need to get
I
to
bet
the
these
stopping
old
point
bones
because it's
are
getting late enough. I still have to do the cat's litter.
That's
and
fine,
get
yeah.
ready.
No, once you teleport to me, we can stop with the Tarok.
Across land and sky. But titans in savage fury came. Raven and spider
Oh,
spawned.
so I need to talk to him. Okay.
Sorrow and void remained until pierced by tree's humble song. Raven wove fragments together again, a spiral of worlds. The largest Borealis shard bound land to sky again. The sky anchor was then hidden away on the horizon of Polaria. So the sky anchor's a real thing, eh? The largest of the Borealis gemstones. I'm thinking you should probably go tell Baba Yaga.
Okay, so we can stop here.
All right, just stop here with him and then we'll go talk to Baba Yaga when we come on next time.
Yeah.
Hey, Shama, it was good chatting with you tonight. Take care, and I doubt we'll be playing next Wednesday since you guys will be driving back Thursday, correct?
Yeah, no, we'll be packing Wednesday, so no stream.
Yeah, so we won't stream for a couple of weeks.
Are you
Good
busy?
night, everyone.
Okay.
Good night, you. Love you both.
Love you too, Mom.
Have a good night. Love you.
You too. We'll have to fix my Fugi or whatever happened next time.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a hard fix.
Okay. Bye.
Boy.
Bye.
Lava is on, so is Lily. I'd be down
Duck
to...
not ready yet.
Okay.
Duck unfortunately just started a run.
Okay.
Duck will hurry.
No, you're fine, baby. I will figure out some way of, stalling. Smile.
What?
I was like, I'll figure out some way of stalling Smile. That's what I said.
Oh,
Finish
I
your
mean,
run.
we could just talk.
Yeah, I know.
Guys, you should come join my cult. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty nice to people. I'm pretty nice people. I do not do the cannibalism. It is in fact getting hard to find food, so we are unfortunately eating a lot of grass right now. But hey, I haven't resorted to fucking cannibalism. Better than some of our friends that have played this game. Also, new update tomorrow. So depending on if I'm feeling up to it between my shifts, I might play for a little bit. Because they're doing a Woolhaven update right now. There's only one badge you can get right now, but they have a little gift sub thing going where you can unlock special follower forms for the new update if you give subs. Thought that was cool. Honestly, that's really the only reason that I stream this game is because I enjoy that you guys can actually interact. Wife want hammer, but hammer slow. I get this. I do not get hammer. No hammer. I always die a lot whenever I have slower attack speeds. No amount of spamming can help me. Can I have, thank you. I was gonna say, can I have some health, please? I got health. Oh, I need grass. Twitch chat is deciding my fate. Will they choose chaos or will they be kind? The world may never know. It depends on
Violence.
Minnow. Depends on if Minnow has gotten off work or not, honestly.
Violence. Violence.
Mother fuck. I died anyway.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Pee pee poo poo.
as
Yeah,
I
well, yeah, because it's getting harder.
yeah, no, I booted up a game right as you said that. I'm like, oh, okay, guess.
Well, that's why I wasn't saying like start a game.
Well, I didn't know how long
All
the
right.
runs go.
I mean, they can go a while.
Yeah.
My followers are starving. I know. I have to harvest the pumpkins and cook and clean and cry because the pumpkins never grow fast enough when I'm here.
I'm surprised you don't have more farms, or do you not have resources for it?
I don't have the resources for it.
Uh,
Despite me having a lot of things maxed out, I'm still pretty early game, honestly. I'm not entirely sure how the wrong button. I'm not entirely sure how the recipe thing works, but I definitely am being very limited by food resources right now. Like, I have a bunch of fish, but I don't have recipes that use those fish.
that's weird.
So I've been doing a lot of pumpkin. A lot of pumpkin. Oh. Two people get to eat real good. Everybody else gets pumpkin. And then those two special people get the meat that I found. Okay. Everybody has been fed.
Do you have a kitchen or a cooking fire?
Still cooking fire. Haven't upgraded to kitchen yet.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's limiting you on the food items.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have the kitchen, but I've been saving up the stuff to build it.
Yeah, the eight
Same
gold.
thing with same thing with the farming station.
Yeah, the 8 gold bars are rough. Oh, the farming station would let the people farm, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so I've
Yeah.
been saving up for that. That way I can expedite it. Uh, let's see, I need gold bars. And I think I needed more stone. I always need more stone and more wood though. See, yeah, I can't build the kitchen. I need a bunch of stone. I can upgrade the farmer's thing though. That's good. It's something. But yeah, after I do this, I'll do the little sermon and then we can read out.
Okay.
Lily's been live.
Yeah, I was just say, can we read into lava? Lava's only been live an hour. Yeah, Lily's playing. Lily's playing 7 Days to Die. That's why she's been going at it a while. Because I think 7 Days to Die is a zombie survival game like Project Zomboid. And everyone I know whoever plays it gets like addicted and sits into it for long hours. Like Zomboid. Okay. Then yeah. I can send you her. Yeah, she's playing Arkfield, it looks like. And, oh, Arknights, yeah, Arknights and Field. I combined them. I'm good here. Oh, I got an ad. On mine, I got an ad for a minute and a half, so I'm gonna hold out and hit the button once the ad is done. Yeah, I got 30 seconds. Alright, I'm ready to click the button. Alright, I'm clicking it.